and we went right back to the drawing table to write those songs. And there was a real lot of pressure for him and I to come up with, you know, that material. And knock on wood, you know, there was 5 top 10s, you know, 3 number 1s, a number 2, a 5 or something like that. And it was a huge album all over the world, and we toured like crazy again for another 16 and a half months. That tour culminated in Guadalajara when we did, there was a big riot, I don't know, over the tickets, and the promoters were fighting and all that other stuff. We had nothing.
Because you were playing too, a lot of people want to see.
Yeah, we're going crazy, but we had nothing to do with it. And so I think it's probably one of the only times in rock history that 2 stadium shows were played in one day. Yeah. So we put 55,000 people in a stadium, played at around 1:30, got done with that show, and then hauled another 55,000 people in and played the second show in one day. And that's the way we culminated that tour. And I remember that evening very well.
Awesome. Now, talking during the 90s, you released 2 solo albums, really good solo albums. Do you have plans during these years to release another solo album?
Sure. Things have been going so well with the band, you know. I mean, it really is, you have to have the time to do it. And, you know, John and I did plan on, you know, taking some time and doing some solo work. And about a month after the Have a Nice Day tour, he called me up and he goes, come on, let's start writing. And we started writing, and thus came The Circle. But I do have some material that I've been working. I actually have a clothing line. This is some of it. It's called White Trash Beautiful.
White Trash Beautiful, yeah.
White Trash Beautiful, and it's predominantly women's clothes at this point. And I had a title for a song called White Trash Beautiful, and John and I wrote it, and it was like, it came out okay. Didn't come out that good. And so we shelved it, and I was walking around the house one day, itching my butt, and just going, that sounds like a clothing line. And I started to meet people, and I know what I like women to look like. And I met my partner, Nikki Lund, who has a clothing line out already called Existential Symphony. And she also is a songwriter and a musician. So we started to do fashion shows, and people started to buy them, and they're on celebrities. Angelina Jolie is wearing them. Carrie Underwood wore on the American Music Awards, and I mean, it started like go crazy. So we decided to go into the studio. Who's done everybody from Korn to Britney Spears and Avril Lavigne and a bunch of very, very diversified artists. And we almost have an album. And part of it being, I'm thinking I would like to distribute some of the music on the clothing on G drives.
That's a great idea.
Stick it in a computer, go right to my website, and then you could buy the rest of it. So there is some Richie Sambora solo works in that. There's half of that record is mine, half of that record we did together. So.
Okay. And congratulations, the cloth line. This is from your club.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. And now talking about music, last year you were inducted with John Bon Jovi to the Hall of Fame of Songwriting. What is the experience? I mean, I think it's a really great personal feeling to be able to get that.
Oh, sure. It's like the Oscars of the songwriting, really, when you look at it in that respect. Because what happens is you are getting nominated, and also, you know, the award by your peers. And you know, when you're getting into a club with Paul McCartney and Billy Joel and Neil Diamond and Brian Wilson and Burt Bacharach and Hal David and George Gershwin, and you know, the biggest of the biggest, you know, and Cat Stevens, and you know, all the big guys, you know, James Taylor, everybody.
Right now you're one of them.
Right now, yeah, I'm in the club, man. They let me in the club. So.
Well, thank you very much. It's a really honor to talk with you. Rich Zambora, you inspired a lot of people to start playing guitar, so you feel proud about it.
I hope so.
Bueno, pues ya lo vieron, hermanos grandes entre los grandes, Richie Zambora. Esto ya se acabó, esto fue Soundcheck, hay que le sea leve. Chao.